I'll show you one way to use static grass to make wide grass strips and large grass tufts. I'll be using white glue that has been brushed onto baking paper. I like baking paper for a few reasons. I can draw a complete layout for a yard or field on the baking paper and then blend the various grasses and add the other greenery all the time working on my bench. I don't have to lean over the layout or be bothered by any of the other inconveniences associated with sometimes lurking in a less than comfortable position. When I'm satisfied, I can place it on the diorama or layout, then add the sheds, trees, etc. Then all I have to do is a little last-minute blending. I'll show you how I do that in another video. It's easy to make a layered strip or tuft when making them on baking paper. It's easy to work the glue into position and then add your grass of different colors and lengths just to where you want them. And when you're making large static grass pieces, it's very easy to peel them off the paper. Small tufts and static grass flowers I make directly on a wax cookie sheet. Then I peel them off with a model knife, chisel blade. That way they don't get broken up like they do when you try to peel them off silicone paper. I'll also show you this in another video. In this video, I'm using a 15 kV DC static field generator. Information about that is at the end of this video. We are set up with a baking sheet covered with baking paper that's anchored down with some magnets. Grass will be applied using a homemade static grass applicator with a 15 kV DC static field generator like the one I showed you a bit ago. Free information on how to make your own inexpensive yet versatile static grass applicator is at the end of this video. I apply white glue with the edges approximating the effect I want to get. Once the glue is covered, I could stop, let everything dry, and then peel the strips and tufts. But I will use this project to make a small grass field. The first step is to lay this 6.5 millimeter green static grass. Later on, I will blend other grasses, dirt, and flock to make the weeds and flowers, etc. I will do that all on this piece of baking paper. I will then transfer the baking paper, so decorated, to a small diorama. To start, I brush the glue and then start adding grass. The grass being used is one of those that is difficult to work. The more grasses you buy from different companies, the more you'll come to know that not all grasses are the same. That's for sure. I use this one because it looks good in spite of it being difficult to get through a strainer. I don't shake, I stir. That way the grass doesn't fly all over the place. And note how the 15K unit, in conjunction with the round bottom of the vegetable strainer, moves most of the grass to the glue. I don't have grass all over the pan. I have control. And as you see, I don't get full coverage on a single pass. I take advantage of this sometimes by changing grass sizes and colors as I go. This is very easy to do with my homemade applicator combined with the vegetable strainer. I can layer and blend without effort. When the glue is fully covered with the grasses of the different sizes and colors, the effect can be impressive. Layering simplicity without having to buy layering sprays or glues. These tufts will be used to make weed and flower beds. They are not really tufts, but more like patches. I have another video that shows how to make very small tufts to be used for such things as putting between tracks, sticking in crevices, and putting alongside building foundations. I don't make them on baking paper, but directly on metal sheet. Also, it is not necessary to use static grass to make tall standing weeds. Those are easily made with paintbrush bristles or coconut fiber. Once again, you can see one of my videos on that. In any case, the grass patches that you see here could be peeled and used just as they are. But as I mentioned earlier, I have other plans for this sheet of static grass, so I will allow them to dry and then draw out a complete plan on this baking paper and add other materials. This is what the end result is from another angle. And here are a couple standalone tufts or patches, as you will, to give you a very close-up look. I hope this information is informative. If you have questions or comments, please leave them in the comment box below. If there's information or a video you would like me to provide, please leave those requests in the same comments box. If you have a video that can add information to this, you are welcome to add a video comment. Please also subscribe by clicking on the red and white buttons on the lower right side of this end screen video. Have a good day.